Traditionally, I've worked in marketing and advertising, so sort of try to make boring things interesting for people. Currently, I am a psychology student, which is obviously feeding into a lot of things I've done in the past, and so hopefully I'll take that back into my career and build on it. In terms of what I do with my spare time, I play a lot of games, especially things like Dungeons and Dragons and tabletop role-playing games, as well as I'm currently a sort of Twitch streamer on and off. And additionally, I love going out. I love going out so much. I love finding weird things that are happening in and around sort of Croydon and London. If there's a drag queen, I'm probably there. So I'd had a chiropractor previously who I'd found had been really, really helpful with a lot of things. I've got a lot of long-term chronic illnesses and kind of problems which kind of interact to make my life sometimes a little bit difficult. So I was just Googling, to be honest, and I came across chiropractic retreats, and the reviews were just so heartwarming and made me feel so safe to approach you guys. And I think I've been really lucky to find you, because everything in the reviews has turned out to be completely true. The things that really concern me, I have a history of really severe migraines and headaches. I have a lot of kind of back problems. I have a sort of chronic illness called achalasia, which causes a lot of things like reflux and all of that kind of thing, and it means that sometimes I'm very well and I've been in bed for days at a time. And so therefore it's really important that I find people who can help me maintain and improve my whole system, because otherwise everything just gets a bit locked up and it makes all the kind of other problems just seem worse. So I've noticed that my migraines have substantially decreased, almost to the point of kind of being non-existent over the course of the treatments. I found that just things like movement and the ability to exercise, which is obviously really important if you're chronically ill in any way, shape or form, just has become a lot easier. I feel like I have greater control of my body and that it just moves better, and that I have greater awareness of what it's doing. I feel much more in touch with everything that's going on. And even just little things like I grew. I got taller during the course of treatment, which was completely unexpected. But I'm always happy to grow a couple of centimetres at any point. My very favourite thing about the clinic, I think, has to be the people who form the clinic. So obviously Dr. Lamb, the people who work behind reception like Paul are just incredible. And right from the get-go, I think anything which involves your body, especially if you're used to having a lot of treatment and being seen by a lot of kind of medical professionals and that, you get very used to tapping in whether or not you feel like this is someone who's going to care for you and has your best interests at heart. And I think from the moment I walked into this clinic, that was the feeling that was given off. It's like walking into kind of like a family or a friendship group, and therefore you feel very safe, and that trust is so important. Because if you don't trust anyone who's taking care of you as a practitioner, then you're not going to do the extra things that are required outside of your treatment because you're a bit wary of it. But also, I think just for the time you're in the clinic, if you are happy and comfortable, then chiropractor treatment is like a weird thing, because obviously there's lots of weird clicking noises and sometimes it might be uncomfortable for a period after you've had the treatment. But if you trust that the people are looking after you, then it just makes the whole experience much more comfortable. You feel like you are making progress and you're getting better, and then that obviously feeds into the whole cycle of treatment.